Have you ever talked to a girl and later thought, man, I completely messed that up. Now she must think I'm a creep? Or that moment when you knew she was interested, but your mind just went blank and you missed the opportunity? I get it, brother. Trust me, I've been there too. I was 23, standing in line at a small coffee shop. A gorgeous woman with curly hair and a big smile looked at me and said, "Is this line moving slower than a snail, or is it just me?" It was a perfect chance to say something smooth and charming, but what did I do? I mumbled something like, "Yeah, snails are slow," and stared at my shoes like they were the most interesting thing on earth. She gave an awkward smile and turned away. At that moment, I realized I have to learn how to flirt, for real. Today, I'm gonna teach you the art of flirting the way the pros do it. No cheesy pickup lines, no cringy tricks, just pure, natural, confident flirting that actually works. So if you've ever struggled to approach women, make them laugh, or keep a conversation exciting, stay with me till the end, because this might just change your flirting game forever. Before we dive into techniques, let's be clear. Flirting isn't about impressing a woman. It's about creating a playful, enjoyable vibe that you both enjoy. Flirting is like a dance. It's about energy, confidence, and the feelings you create in her. Women are drawn to men who make them feel something. Excitement, curiosity, fun. That's the real secret. Imagine you're at a party. Two guys approach the same woman. One is nervous, talking too fast, listing his achievements. The other is relaxed, playful, and says, "I'm probably the only guy here who doesn't know how to dance. What do you think? Which guy do you think she'll be drawn to?" Exactly, the second one, because he made the interaction light and fun, not like a job interview. Step 1, don't try to impress her. Just focus on having fun and making the conversation enjoyable for both of you. Now, a lot of guys make a big mistake here. They think flirting is about what you say, but it's way more about how you say it. Your tone, your body language, and your energy are way more important than the actual words. Even a simple, "You're trouble, aren't you?" can sound confident and teasing if you say it with a little smirk, or it can sound awkward if you're nervous and avoiding eye contact. Let's start with the foundation, confidence. And no, I'm not talking about that loud, fake peacock confidence. I mean the calm, chill kind that says, "I'm good with myself, and I'm not afraid to talk to you." A quick story. A few years ago, I was flipping through a sci-fi novel at a bookstore. A girl standing nearby said, "Oh, that's a good one." I just smiled, looked at her and said, "You think so? I'm trusting you on this one." And just like that, we ended up talking about space stories for 20 minutes. That's quiet confidence, relaxed, real, and inviting. How do you build this confidence? Start small. When you're out, stand tall, shoulders back, head up. Practice making eye contact, even with the cashier at a store. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And when you're talking to her, stop overthinking every word. She's not judging you nearly as hard as you think. She's just a person, not an angel or a goddess. Next, show attraction subtly. For example, saying, "You'd probably look amazing in a sports bra," sounds too direct and awkward. Instead, make it playful. I have a soft spot for girls who love sports bras. Both express attraction, but the second one is way more intriguing because it leaves something to her imagination. When you are too direct, like saying, "You're beautiful, let's go out," it sounds predictable and needy. But if you weave attraction into playful, mysterious conversation, she'll feel excited and drawn to you. Also, learn to handle her tests. High-value women will often test you, not because they're mean, but because they want to see if you're genuinely confident or just pretending. These tests usually come as sarcastic comments, tricky questions, or unreasonable requests. For example, if she says, "Do you say that to every girl?" A defensive reply like, No, I don't," makes you look insecure. Instead, playfully roll with it. "Yeah, I start flirting with girls as soon as I wake up. You're just lucky it's your turn now." Or if she says, "Buy me a drink," you can say, "Careful, if you want, I might just give you my ATM pin too." This technique is called agree and amplify. You agree with her, but in an exaggerated, funny way. It shows you're playful, confident, and not needy. Now comes the fun part, teasing. Teasing is when a nice chat turns into real flirting. And no, Teasing doesn't mean being rude or mean. It's about playful, friendly fun, like how you joke around with close friends. Imagine a concert scene. There was this girl dancing wildly like no one was watching. I leaned in and said, "I see you've been secretly training for the Dance Olympics." She laughed and said, "Oh, you caught me. Better watch out. I'm unstoppable." 5 minutes later, we were dancing together. That's the magic of light-hearted teasing. Pick something small and silly to tease her about. If she's wearing a bright red scarf, say, "Nice, wearing that so no one loses you in the crowd." If she's sipping a fancy drink with a pink umbrella, tease, "Wow, someone's feeling very classy tonight." Keep the tone light, give a small smile, and watch her reaction. If she smiles or teases you back, you're in. If she seems annoyed, back off and compliment her instead. Teasing shows you're not trying too hard to impress. It creates a vibe that says, "I'm comfortable enough to joke with you." And that's super attractive to women. Another tip, act like you're the prize. Most beautiful women are used to being treated like prizes because of all the attention they get. But if you flip the script and playfully suggest that she's trying to impress you, you become way more interesting. For example, she says, "I like sports bras." You say, "Don't do that. Now I'm going to imagine you in one." Or she offers to get you a drink and you say, "Ah, trying to get me drunk and steal my secrets, huh?" Or if she stares at you a bit, you smirk and say, "Are you trying to seduce me?" When you frame the conversation like that, playful and a little mischievous, you come across as confident and high value. Use push-pull flirting too. Push-pull is when you first pull her closer, then lightly push away, creating emotional tension. For example, "You're really cute, but I'm not sure I could handle you." Or, "You're so much fun, just like my little sister." First you give a compliment, then you playfully tease. That's push and pull. When something feels too easy to get, its value drops. Creating a little challenge makes you way more desirable. Finally, touch is an important part of building attraction, but it should be subtle and natural. If she says something funny, tap her lightly on the hand. Give her a high five when you joke around. If you're walking together, lightly guide her by the elbow. Pay attention to how she reacts. If she pulls away, respect her space. If she seems relaxed, you're good. In the end, flirting isn't about mind games. It's just about having fun, being relaxed, and creating a playful vibe without trying too hard. Remember, confidence isn't loud, it's chill. Teasing builds connection, and subtle attraction is the real charm. Now you've got everything you need. Next time you talk to a girl, unlock your natural charm, relax, and enjoy it. Because flirting isn't just a skill, it's an art, and you're ready to master it.